Hey guys, Todd with Great Escape Farms here. This video is going to show you what it's like being a semi or a halfway homesteader. So I try to homestead as much as I can, but I do have a full-time job, so I'm away from the home a good 8 to 10 hours a day, depending on what my day looks like. So I'm going to go through all the different things that I do from kind of in a 24-hour period from wake up until go to bed. So let's go ahead with it.
Time to rise and shine. Miss Molly here is all set. And the boy, all I see is his butt. The biggest event of the day is about to happen for them, which is breakfast. Oh. My little girl loves her breakfast. She does. The little boy is still not ready to get up. Oh, is everybody gonna cry this morning? Breakfast is just about ready. Oh, I know, it's horrible. It's horrible. I should not take time out the video, but I just wanted to show everybody here that we're gonna give you a raw diet, which you get every morning. And Molly gets an hyperallergenic raw diet along with little meds in there because she has constant allergies going on. As well as a little bit of worry about whether she's going to eat today. So let's get her going. Okay, here's Miss Molly's. She eats nice and slow, unlike this guy, who will wolf that right down and be looking for more. So while they are eating, I'm going to clean up that, make some coffee, prepare my lunch, and get that ready to go. So let me get going on with that. Speaking of lunch here, just wanted to point out that one day a week I go out shopping and I buy all my food and then I prepare it up. So I cook the chicken and bag it, wash and cut up the cantaloupe and bag it, watermelon, I have let's see, celery in here. I also, over here, I have a dozen eggs that I hard boil, and I make sure that they are free range organic. So I grab some of those. And whatever the seasonal vegetable of the day is, these I picked yesterday, so I'll bag these up. These are some sour cherries, so try to grab as much fresh seasonal stuff as I can. And I'm gonna run you out in a little while, and we're gonna harvest some blueberries this morning. So if the sun is out, usually I get up a little earlier and I have time to do a walk around the yard. So today I'm not going to do that. What I enjoy doing is grabbing a cup of coffee, doing a walk around the yard, seeing what's ripe and what's not. So that's going to have to happen after work today. It was a little bit cloudy this morning and I use the sun to wake me up. I don't use an alarm clock or anything, so got a little later start than usual. So the things that I do have to do every morning is come up and feed the fish here. So let me drop a little food in for them. And I don't see them anywhere. They might have got spooked overnight. Sometimes they have visitors. We have blue herons and I see them in there now. We have blue herons and raccoons that come. Raccoons like coming at night, so that scares them off once in a while. Also rain and certain things. A lot of other times they're just right out here. Anyhow, like I said, I'll give you a tour of the yard this afternoon. What I need to do now is grab my coffee and my bowl up here, and we're gonna go and harvest some blueberries. So again, to not shake you up too much, let me go ahead and stop the video and I'll pick it up right at the blueberries. Okay, so this seeming jungle here of greenery is actually, everything here is edible. Well, I can't say everything. Actually they are. The leaves and stuff like that you can make teas with, but the berries, I have all kinds of blackberries. You can see those right there. They are, and the white flowers back there, so all blackberries. Those will be ripening here very soon. But what we're working on today is the blueberries right here in front of me. So I come out every morning and I grab a bowl full of blueberries and then I transfer them to a bag. So that will be my antioxidants for the day. So what I do to get these off is I just kind of roll my finger on the ripe ones like that, and Just go from group to group, and that one wasn't fully ripe. So I got a pink one there, you can see, not fully ripe, and that happens, and I'll just eat it. It'll be a little more sour than the fully ripe ones, and now I'm dropping them on the ground, and Molly's gonna get that. So anyhow, let me put these in the bowl and get moving them. Like I say, I'm running a little late this morning. I still need to shower, shave, and hit the road for work. So actually, let me get all that done quick, and then we'll probably pick up in the car on the way into work. So I have showered, I have shaved, I just had my multivitamins, which include a mushroom supplement and some probiotics. And in addition to that, in this jar is kombucha, which is a probiotic. It's actually fermented tea with live cultures of bacteria, mother, everything else in it. So I have a little bit of that every day as well, just to help out a little gut health. So I'm actually parked in a parking lot right now, but just wanted to point out that one of the things I do on my way into work, I'm definitely a multitasker, is I do some studying. So I listen to various different podcasts on homesteading and permaculture and stuff like that. So that's where I get a lot of my knowledge from other people on what they've put out and all. Then I put it to practical use and share it with you guys on video. Okay guys, just arriving home from work. You get to see my afternoon greeting here. Well, hello, Miss Molly. Where's your brother? Well, there he is. There he is. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's gonna run off that way, huh? Is that all I get? There we go. There we go. This is what we call Molly nibbles. She takes your finger in her mouth and just bites it a little bit. I think she's a little confused with the camera here, and he comes and pounces on you from around the corner. Yes, he does. Hello, Murphy. Hello, Molly. Hello. Oh, there she is. Okay, and one of the first things we do when I get home is wander around the yard, and part of this is to see if any fruit is ripening. Part of it is to get a feel for what projects need to be done, if anything's changed, and just to walk the dogs a little. And Murphy's definitely off and running, and Molly takes her a little while. She's very particular about her feet, doesn't like to get her feet wet, even though the grass is dry. She'll figure that out soon. Here she comes. Now she's going to join us. Okay, so one of my tasks that I'm going to get into likely today is right here. This is a comfrey plant, and if you'll notice, it's kind of all sprawled and spread out there. What I'm looking for is the immediate upright part right here. And what happens is it grows very fast in spring, flowers, and then it just kind of flops over. So if I cut it back, I can use the cuttings for both mulch and comfrey tea. And I'll probably do a comfrey tea out of this time around. And then it will grow back, and it will grow back in the upright fashion right there. So just to get it looking a little better, we'll go ahead and do that. Next up, and you can see there's another comfrey patch right here that's going to need a little bit of work. So that'll probably take me a good hour or two to take care of the comfrey bits. And we'll check out the pond and the level here, and the pond is running a little bit low right now. Let's see if I can zoom in here. You can kind of see where there's the algae line there, so I'm about a half, 3/4 of an inch low right now, so I need to add that in a little. You'll notice there's hey, I'm taping here, guys. You'll notice there's plastic snakes and stuff. There's one there, and there's one over there, and there's one here. I use those and a fake alligator in here. I use those to try to deter the blue herons and other critters from coming in here. So I haven't lost too many fish this year, but we'll seem to lose a few to the predators out here. I'll show you later feeding the fish. And we'll just look around and see if there's any fruit that's ripe. And I see some blueberries right here, and although I've already had my blueberries for the day, I'm just going to grab a couple right now, and there we go, and just shove them right in the mouth.
That's one of the nice things about having all the edible landscaping in here, is you just wander around and you eat it. So last week, one of the things I did is there's meetup.com, metup.com, and I advertised on Meetup suburban landscape. And I've done videos on this property before, and I actually went through and I counted, and I have 76 edible perennial type trees, shrubs, and smaller herbaceous perennial plants in here. And I did a walkthrough, and I showed all the different things, explained a whole bunch on them, and then I offered up for them to purchase plants from the nursery here, and sold quite a few plants there, so that worked out pretty good for us. Okay, let's go in the pool area. I see one of the other tasks here is keeping the plants up straight. They're getting kind of big, and the little, just a slightest amount of wind is blowing them over on me. So some of that is watering, and as I look at this plant right here, I can just see by the top, yeah, it needs watering. So it looks like I'm gonna have to add a little watering to the list today. And the wind dries the stuff out that much quicker. So I'll pick these plants up. It's just the two right now that have fallen over. And this one right here, you can see, is actually wilting a little, so it's definitely thirsty. And I'll have to keep an eye on that one and some of the other ones that wilt. If certain plants wilt on a regular basis, then what I need to do is increase the size of the pot and also trim back some of the greenery on top, because what it's doing is it's losing more water through transpiration than what it has a root system to uptake, or the ability to get out of the soil. See, the elderberries there are flowering very nicely. And come back here. One of the other meetups I'm going to be doing in the near future here is putting the propagation bed together, the intermittent mist propagation system. So I have everything here. I'll probably do that in another 2 weeks or so. And you'll see right here, zoom in, there are loads and loads and loads of blackberries there. So I'm gonna have a huge blackberry harvest. So that ought to be fun for this year. And here's the square foot garden back here. Don't have any tomatoes or anything ready to go, but I do have some herbs and leafy greens and stuff that I can throw in a salad, so I'll probably grab some of that later tonight as well. Again, when I come out for dinner, I'll show you that one. So it looks like my task for this afternoon is going to be trimming comfrey and watering the nursery stock. And then I did some picking earlier of some cherries, so I need to pit the cherries and flash freeze them. Here's the cherry bush right here, and only a few of those left. Got a little bit of a fungal issue going on the branches here. I'll need to look that up. So that's for tonight's activities. And one of the other things, my father-in-law was asking about this, and I think that's some kind of a rust, apple rust or something. I don't know, what is it? Cedar apple rust, I think it's called. So I need to look at that, get some details on it, figure out how to treat it, and if it's a big deal. So I have a little bit on this one. My father-in-law's plants are quite bad off as far as having quite a bit of those on, so, or that on. So definitely have to do something with that, or take a look at it and see if I need to do anything with it. Again, here's another comfrey plant that's just way overgrown. So we're having a party here in 2 weeks, my daughter's high school graduation party. So I want to go ahead and trim all this up. And if I trim it now, it will be grown up and upright like this over here, hopefully in the 2 to 3 week time frame. So that's about it for now. Dogs have had their walk. I need to run in and change my clothes and come out and get to work. Hey guys, so that's it for part one. I had too much video here to reasonably make one single video out of this, so it's going to end up being 2 videos. And just in case you're wondering, these are pears in front of me here. So I'm actually putting this video together about a month after I actually shot it all, so it takes a little while to edit everything. So this is Actually, it's 2 months after, because I took the video in June and this is August, so harvesting pears right now. Anyhow, check our YouTube channel, Great Escape Farms, for the second half of this video. Thank you very much and have a great day.